But let's talk about DETV News. Good morning, Matt.
Hey guys, good morning to you. Happy Monday. It's dreary outside, but it is bright in here, the energy, let me tell you. We're going to begin with a school tax showdown. That's right. A major decision on school taxes is heading to Delaware's highest court. Not sure if you guys heard about this, but the state Supreme Court in Delaware will hold a special hearing today, November 10th, to decide whether Newcastle County schools can charge higher property taxes to businesses than to homeowners. It's big on social media right now. Lawmakers approved that the move to give residents a break after the property reassessments caused some big jumps in homeowner tax bills. You may have got one yourself, but business groups sued them, saying that a split rate is unconstitutional. A Chancery Court judge added with the state last week, allowing the plan to move forward. And now the case heads to, you heard it, the Delaware Supreme Court on appeal. The outcome of this could affect every property owner in the county, Newcastle County, and determine when new tax bills go out. Lawmakers are also working on a bill to extend the payment deadline to the end of the year, December 31st, But as of now, we want to make this clear. Your property tax bills are still due November 30th. That's the deadline to pay if you have not already. That hearing, if you want to be part of it and listen in, starts at 10 a.m. in about an hour and a half, and it will be live streamed on the court's website. So if you want to check it out after this broadcast ends, head over there. And a wild story, guys, out of Kent County this morning. A Dover man is facing a list of charges today after police say that he broke into 2 state office buildings over the weekend using a steel sewer lid. That's right, state police arrested 29-year-old Isaiah Worthy on Friday afternoon after the break-ins at the Delaware State Bureau of Identification and the Office of Management and Budget's Fleet Services building. Investigators say the man threw the sewer lid through the glass door, took cash and key fobs, then took it a step further and stole a state-owned Ford Mustang, hitting 2 parked cars as he drove off. Well, troopers tracked down the Mustang thanks to its GPS and later found it abandoned. The man was spotted walking nearby and arrested without incident. Police say they also recovered additional stolen cash. He's now facing burglary, theft, and a slew of other charges. That investigation is ongoing. Now to the latest on SNAP. Thousands of Delaware families say that they saw extra money appear on their EBT cards over the weekend as the state stepped in to protect access to food during the federal shutdown. On Friday, the Delaware Department of Health and Social Services deposited about $5.2 million in emergency food relief. That's roughly 25% of a household's normal SNAP budget. Now, that aid, funded through Governor Matt Meyer's state of emergency order, may continue weekly through November if federal payments remain frozen. Nationwide now, SNAP funding is caught in a fast-moving legal battle. The Trump administration has argued it cannot fully fund benefits during the shutdown, and after a series of court rulings sent full November payments, that includes Delaware, to, quote, immediately undo those distributions, warning that they could lose federal funding if they don't comply. Several governors are refusing, saying that they will not claw back from needy families. Meanwhile, Delaware's congressional delegation continues to push for a fix. You may have heard over the weekend, Senator Lisa Blunt Rochester proposed the Snap Back Act that would reimburse states in the step to keep families fed while Washington works to resolve the impasse. I want to let you guys know there's going to be a vote today at 11 o'clock in Washington to see if this shutdown will come to a close. We'll keep you posted on that on social media. Speaking of food, the Food Bank of Delaware is holding the mass food drive distribution later this month, one in each county. Mark your calendars. The events are open to all Delaware residents and will take place at Delaware Park in Wilmington next Monday, November 17th, at Dover Motor Speedway that Wednesday, November 19th, and Crossroads Community Church down in Georgetown on next Friday, November 21st. Each of them start at 9 a.m. and they run until food supplies run out. Organizers ask participants to please bring proof of Delaware residency, such as a state ID, driver's license, or utility bill, and note that assistance is limited to 1 per household. Pre-registration is encouraged. That link should be on your screen to help spread check-in, but registration on site will also be available. To register in advance, visit the Food Bank of Delaware's website or the Eventbrite links for each location. All distributions are first come, first served, and the Delaware Food Bank reminds everyone that you must be present to receive assistance, meaning that you cannot go for you and your neighbor. All right, as the weather turns colder, some more assistance is on our way. Heating bills are on the rise, and help for Delaware families is here. Delmarva Power wants to make sure that residents know about their customer relief fund and can provide eligible households with up to $300 in bill credits. Everything helps, right? To qualify, you must be a Delmarva Power customer and meet certain income requirements. Participants must also take part in the Energize Delaware Home Energy Checkup and Counseling Program. Also, heads up, an energy assistance event is going to be held this Wednesday, November 12th from 2 to 7 p.m. in Newark at Delmarva Power's Conference Center. Spanish-speaking representatives will also be available for our Hispanic and Latino community and to apply about ways that you can save and lower energy bills. For more information and how to apply, visit delmarva.com/reliefde. And finally, Delaware, one of our very own, is back making waves nationally. That's right. Chef Dana, better known as the first state's king of cakes, is back in front of the cameras. The owner of Desserts by Dana has been selected for a new culinary competition series on the Food Network, bringing his sugary artistry and creative flair to the national stage. Back to the national stage, I should say. Herbert's road to TV stardom, you may remember, started when he won TLC's Cake Boss back in 2010. Since then, he's built a thriving business here in Delaware, designed custom cakes for celebrities, and continues to stay rooted in the community. He's appeared here on DETV many times, including his own show. In announcing his latest television appearance, Chef Dana said that despite national opportunities, Delaware remains, quote, home. The show, called Sweet Empire Winter Wars, premiered last night, November 9th, and I won't spoil it for you, but you will be very proud of him. You can stream the episode now on HBO Max, and that's what you need to know to get your week started. Ivan and Vincenza, let's send our luck over to Chef Dana.
Daggone right, Chef Dana, man, is
so
amazing.
Happy for him.
And let me say, he was the executive producer of the cooking network that we put together here at DETV when we first started. So shout out and congrats, and go get him, champ.